tried to kill us and we said, we will not be killed. One more day before the storm, I follow with you, and you, and you, you're gonna love me.
Hello, my name's David Ashley. I am a director, I'm an educator, and I had the pleasure of being part of the consultant team to work on the new syllabus for the Singing for Musical Theatre. It was a complete joy. My career, I spent about 30 years as an actor. I was very lucky. I appeared in about, I think it was something, 11 West End shows. I toured the country. I appeared in plays. I appeared in lots of very different things. I was a very lucky boy. But it all started, my career, when I was 5 or 6, I think it was, back in an ABRSM piano exam. And so this whole full circle adventure is a complete thrill for me to be back being a consultant on the ABRSM musical theatre syllabus. Musical theatre exams, let's unpack them. So you'll get a big list of songs that are collated into a syllabus, depending on what grade that is. You'll choose songs from that syllabus and you will practice them. You'll learn them with your music teacher or your singing teacher. And then what you'll do is they will be sent off and an examiner will have a look at them, and hopefully if you pass, you'll get a brilliant certificate. So the brilliant thing about Singing for Musical Theatre exams is they involve not only the artistry of the composers and the lyricist, they involve you as the artist creating the world of this character, exploring how that emotional story arc develops, not only through the music and the accompaniment, but through how you tell the story. So that's what's really different for me about this musical theatre syllabus against all of the other syllabuses. There's a massive story to tell with it. The ABRSM exams are open to absolutely everybody. It's not an age-related thing. So I was part of the joy of being a consultant for the syllabus was to look at actually what else could we put into the syllabi that would really kind of engage everybody across the board. So there are some extraordinary songs. I mean, clearly everything from Mamma Mia is open, open to everyone. But I think songs like Something Good from The Sound of Music, songs like Brush Up Your Shakespeare from Kiss Me Kate, Waiting for the Light to Shine from Big River, Before I Gaze at You Again from Camelot, Hold On from Secret Garden, Little Girls from Annie. The list goes on and on and on. And I'm not just losing my mind, but that's a great song from Follies. Terrible pun, I do apologise. But there is a huge range of material that is absolutely fit for any age, whoever you are. If you want to come do an ABRSM exam, sign yourself up. The Sound of Music is a brilliant place to start. There are the most beautiful songs in there that are really, organised and sorted in such a beautiful way for young voices. And there's energised kind of Matilda songs, there's beautiful lullabies in Annie, there's some all sorts of kind of fun songs. Disney's also a great place to have a look at. What were you singing along to during Frozen? What were you singing along to in Moana? There's a ton of great stuff out there. And have a look, as I said, in the repertoire and see what other songs, what shows they're from, and have a bit of a listen. Get on a platform and have a listen to, all the songs from that particular show, because they might appear in the syllabus, if not at the beginning, they probably might appear a little bit later. So there's also something to work for, something to work towards. And I think a really good, important place to remember is to make sure you really like them, to make sure you really enjoy singing them, because it is such good fun, and to find the joy within it is the most important thing for me. And I think the repertoire, especially for young voices, is really full of that joy. There's musicals all down from, we've got The Locomotion from Beautiful, the Carole King musical. We've got When I Grow Up from Matilda. We've got No Matter What Happens from Whistle Down the Wind. There is a ton of really brilliant examples in there for you to get your teeth in, have a bit of a sing, and get your confidence up so you can slowly perhaps move through the grades to get to some more difficult stuff. So musical theatre songs for me I adore them. I've spent my entire career being involved in musical theatre. And what I love about this repertoire is it's exciting, it's full of joy. The choices are really, really varied, and there's something for everyone within it. And to really look at the challenge of bringing you to the song and what your interpretation of the song is, I think is really important, because there is only one you. So what are you going to bring to this material? That's what's really exciting. So they start right from the very beginning. You'll see the first song in grade 1 is I Got Lost in His Arms from Annie Get Your Gun, which is the most beautifully melodic piece to sing. It's lovely. Followed closely by The Ugly Bug Ball, which is from Summer Magic, another personal favourite. We're going to go through some really old Disney films now. I'm massively in love with Dumbo, the original film, so Baby Mine. We cut then to Amelie the musical, song called Halfway, and of course back to Dumbo, When I See an Elephant Fly. All really lovely, up-tempo, kind of fun favourites. Then we kind of jump ahead. As we move through it, we start quite early on moving into Sondheim. And one of my favourites is With So Little to Be Sure Of. There's a huge collection of Sondheim songs in there, especially as we move into the grades, and I really recommend you have a bit of a dig and really have a listen to them. Have a listen to the whole score, because there's nothing better than starting off your learning with actually starting to develop your own repertoire for the music that's out there. Pure Imagination from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I Chose Right from Baby. Anthem from Chess. I know it's a bit of a known one, but it gets a bit missed off. She's Got Away, Billy Joel. And of course, when we get to grade 6 and above, I absolutely love all of them. They're brilliant choices. They're brilliant songs, even though I was on the team, so I probably would say that. One of my favourites is Out of Love from Adventures in Love, Fight the Draggers from Big Fish, Killer Instinct from Bring It On, Shouldn't I Be Less in Love with You from I Love You, You're Perfect Now Change, Sarah Brown Eyes from Ragtime. It's one of my all-time favourite musicals, Ragtime. It's just the most extraordinary story. Come Down from the Tree from Once Upon This Island, Simple Little Things from 110 in the Shade, Role of a Lifetime from Bear. The list is never ending, it never finishes. And of course, we can't miss out Michel Legrand. Yentl is on there. So we've got extraordinary songs like No Wonder. We've also got songs from a musical called Next to Normal, called I Miss the Mountains, Try Me from She Loves Me, Words, Words, Words from Witches of Eastwick, Unusual Way from Nine, What Good Would the Moon Be from Street Scene, What Am I Doing Up on the Roof, and going back to a classic, The Simple Joys of Maidenhood from Camelot. Brilliantly funny song. Crossword puzzle, Starting Here, Starting Now. An old-fashioned love story from The Wild Party. And of course, how can I not forget Los Pingüinos by Goldrich and Heisler. There are an extraordinary list of songs here that is so eclectic, and there's different tempos, different styles, different ways to connect to them, to tell the story of these characters out there. So have a dig, have a look through, take some time and really indulge your musical theatre-ness and have a look at them all. So this is a tricky one. Practicing and learning a song. So the first thing we're all going to do is listen to the CD or the recording of the cast, or the Broadway cast or the West End cast. And of course the problem with that is it's a great learning device, but we then start copying who the person is. So instead of being, you know, the David Ashley version, it could well be the Kristin Chenoweth version, which is not going to be as good, because let's face it, there is only one Kristin Chenoweth. But actually, let's face it, there is only one of you. So you try and create the most extraordinary character. So when you're learning the song, yeah, maybe have a bit of an ear out to that cast recording, but then step away from it. Moving forward, what I would then do is I would take all of the lyrics off of the music and have a look at it as if it's a bit of a speech. What does that say without the music? Obviously it's going to rhyme, it's going to be a bit clunky, it's not going to kind of really work, but actually if you start looking at it as a monologue, it starts to reveal different things about the character, because you get kind of swayed by the music, because that's the point of it. Next thing I would do is I would ask these really basic questions. Who are you? Where are you? What do you want? And how are you going to get it? Look at the punctuation. Where's there a comma? Is there a semicolon? Is there a full stop? An exclamation mark? Those are all tell you different things about how a sentence is structured. And remember, this is just someone almost having a conversation with someone else. So a full stop might mean a new thought, might be connected to the thought before. It might be a completely different choice. It might be a completely different beat change, so you're in a different place because you've had a really big revelation about an idea. But that's how I would start to build a song. Then you start looking at the accompaniment. What's the accompaniment saying? How does that synergy fit together of words and music? So I'm going to let you into a secret. Everyone's a singer. And it's a learnt behaviour, which means we have to learn how to do it, but everyone can. To varying degrees, but everyone can. So when you're looking at this huge list of songs going, where do I begin? You go, right, let me have a listen to them all. Which are the songs that I just love? Which are the ones that I connect to in terms of story? Which are the ones that I just go, that really isn't me at all in any way, shape or form, but I love the journey that they're on. So if your child's interested in doing these exams, or a young person is interested in doing the exams, or you yourself are interested in doing these exams, what you need to do is find yourself a teacher, really good singing teacher, music teacher, who will help you work towards these exams. They'll help you through the syllabus, they'll point you in the right directions in terms of the exams, and also what songs might be better for you, might be more of a challenge for you, might be fun exploring for you. Teacher is the way forward in terms of that connection to the exam route and how all those layers work for you in terms of the levels. I can't recommend these exams enough as a way to lead you down that path of exploration, development. And actually, if you want to look at a professional career in musical theatre, these are a great starting point. As the exams get harder and harder and harder, they send you in that direction to be actually in the right place to audition for a drama school. If that's what you want to do, if that's your passion, if that's your drive, I can't recommend these exams enough. So you don't have to want to be a musical theatre professional to enter into these exams. These exams are brilliant just to do for fun. They're perfect to build your self-confidence. They're great for mental health. And they set you a challenge. And the exams are a great way to learn. The steps that they build into the syllabus is perfect to allow you to just have the biggest sense of fun with these exams. You interested? To find out some more, visit abrsm.org.